Alright, I've already tried filming this video once and I bawled like a baby, so let's try it again. Hey guys, it's Elizabeth from Medero Green Moments, and if you clicked on this video, you already know what the topic is. I'm actually going to be sharing with you guys how I've lost 20 pounds. So to some, maybe this doesn't seem like a huge milestone, but for me it is. I'm going to share with you guys my journey, where I've come from and like my history, and then how did I make this happen, and then hopefully this will inspire you and encourage you with your journey. So I've always been a really tall person. I'm 5'10", and I've always been pretty skinny and not curvy at all. And I would eat whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, when I was younger, when I was in high school. I loved working out, I loved doing aerobics. I always did like home workouts, like with Tae-Bo back in the day, and kickboxing. And then when Beachbody came around, I loved doing 21-day fix, like obsessed with it, just loved it. And joined gyms and things like that. But I remember my mom saying when I was young that be careful because when you turn 30, everything changes. And I was like, whatever. Like, I can eat whatever I want, Mom, and I'm just different than you. No idea. So I got pregnant with my daughter when I was 25, and I think I was almost 30 when I was pregnant with my son, like 27, 28, something like that. But I gained 20 pounds with her pregnancy, and then I gained 20 pounds with his, and then every year after that kind of gained around 10 pounds or so. And so it's been like a slow progression, but because I ate really fun foods and didn't watch what I ate when I was pregnant, because cravings are everything when you're pregnant, that kind of carried over afterwards, because after when you have a baby, for me anyways, it was a lot of work, and it was just like survival. Like whatever my husband would bring home for dinner, like please just get pizza, get something, because I'm, you know, so focused on taking care of this other human that I wasn't really taking care of myself. So 6 years ago or so I became vegetarian, so that's become like a big part of this journey for me. And I didn't do it so much so for like health reasons, but more so just like ethical, like I just don't want to eat animals. I'm not full-on vegan. I still like cheese, and I know some of you are vegan and are like, just go all the way. I'm like, maybe I'll get there someday. But if you eat meat, I have nothing against you. My whole family eats meat but me. I'm the odd one out, but it's just a personal preference. So that's part of my journey too, but it was just a few months ago, and hopefully I don't cry again because I've tried to pull myself together. No, I'm gonna cry. A few months ago, my dad had some pretty serious heart issues. See, I'm gonna cry again. And it was really scary. He's okay, but it's just hard. And one of the things that my husband and I said is he had to change his diet, and the things that he could control, he needed to change. And so food and exercise needed to be really important on his list. And I said, whatever we can do to help him and to support him, let's do it so he's not alone. Let's keep him accountable. And so we decided we're going to keep each other accountable. We talked through what we were going to do and what we weren't going to do, and what days we were going to have fun foods too, so that way it wasn't just like a free-for-all. So what this new way of living entailed was no sugar, like added sugar to things, no fried foods, and then limiting the amount of things you're having. So we use the 21-day fix portion control containers, and I think I've talked about them here on this channel before, and I love them, and it's like a great way of eating. So it gives you a certain amount of containers for your protein, certain amount for your carbs, which is my weakness because I could live all day on pizza, biscuits, waffles, potatoes. I mean, healthy carbs I know are good for you, but an excessive carbs is probably not, but those are my favorite. And it also has containers for veggies, fruits, nuts, seeds, dressings, that kind of stuff. So it kind of gives you an idea of how many of each food group you're supposed to be eating, and then the portion control size. So you're not just eating a whole plate of pasta. It's like, okay, you're supposed to have a certain amount of all the stuff. And it really makes it easy. So we decided to do that, and then also commit to working out. And knowing that you're not alone in this process, I think is huge, because you don't want to let that person down. Especially because it's somebody I love so much, like my dad, and knowing that we weren't locked into this is like I can never have fun foods ever again. It's how do we make this work? How do we cope? Let's check in with each other. But when we go to Disney World, we're gonna have the ice cream. Like, and we established that for Thanksgiving, we're gonna let ourselves eat what we want for Thanksgiving. So I could have carbs and my stuffing and my mashed potatoes and my roll and not worry about it because it's Thanksgiving. But then that doesn't mean tomorrow, the next day after Thanksgiving and the next day and the next day is a free-for-all. We set allotments, but we also talk to each other. So for the holiday season, because there's fun foods everywhere right now, it's not let's eat all the fun food everywhere we go, it's let's keep ourselves accountable. So I love Christmas cookies, especially my Christmas cookies. I love making sugar cookies with the frosting with my kids. And I don't want to limit myself to how many I'm gonna have. So I've not put that like pressure on myself that I can't have them, but I thought through what are the things at Christmas that I love. So I'm gonna let myself have something on Christmas Eve with the family and Christmas Day, and then also my Christmas cookies, and that's it through the season. I'm gonna make sure I stick to what I know is healthy the rest of the time. The other thing is we made some healthy swaps. So a huge thing that I love so much are chips. Like really love them. And a lot of chips are just not, okay, I should say most chips are not good for you. I found some baked tortilla chips, and I'm sure I could make some myself. I haven't ventured into that yet, but I found baked chips so I could have that with salsa. I found that to have like pita with hummus, instead of having pita and having another carb, I'm doing cucumber slices, and so having that with hummus is just like a good swap. We aren't huge soda drinkers, but sometimes you want something sweet. So I found Zevia, and it is not the same as soda. So don't think, oh, this is gonna be just the same as soda. It's not the same as soda, but it's sweetened with stevia. And so after you have it a couple times, you're like, okay, this is really good. And I really love it. And the kids actually like it too now. It's a little bit pricier, so I'm always telling everybody, okay, you can only have one a day because it's a little bit more expensive than buying like a case of Coke or whatever. So everybody can have one a day if you want, and that's it. That way we're not spending a fortune on Zevia. The other thing is we've made the switch to like flavored like soda water kind of. Like we found these ones and they're called Polar, and this one's flavored raspberry lime. And then what else I do is I got right here, these organic juices. So instead of having fresh lemons to squeeze on hand to add to things, this is organic 100% lemon juice, not from concentrate. So it's like $5 for this bottle, but it lasts me about 2 weeks. And then I'll add like a tablespoon or two to this to just bump up the flavor, and then I will drink it. I'm all about what makes things fun and what is like a good swap to then get you encouraged to keep going. The other thing I find is like having water available. So first thing in the morning, I fill up a really fun cup. So I got a Sick cup. This is seriously ice cold, but Walmart has cups like this, Yeti has cups like this, and it keeps your water or your drink cold for like 20 something hours. So doing that swap has helped a lot. And then I'll add just a dash of this or the lime juice and just pour it in, and then ice. And then I've got a metal straw, and I love the soft top so it doesn't bother my teeth. And it just makes drinking water fun. And I fill this up 2 to 3 times a day. No, 3 times a day, because 2 isn't enough for the day. 3 times a day, and that way I get my water in. I think this is like 36 ounces or something. I don't know. The other thing is, if you guys saw my coffee bar video, I had a bunch of you asking, like, you eat a lot of sugar, like, and then processed stuff, and I actually felt really guilty about it because I found a way to make my Starbucks drink just the way it is at Starbucks when I order it at home. And a lot of you guys were telling me that you do stevia. So I swapped to stevia, hence, you know, the Zevia. That video came out just as everything was going on with my dad, and we were trying to change to a healthier lifestyle. And I was like, I can't consume this in my coffee every day. So I found stevia. I was doing the liquid and pouring it in, and it was disgusting. And I asked on Instagram, like, what do I do? What do you guys think? And you were telling me like a little bit goes a long way. And I was just squirting it in like I would like sugar. So half a packet of stevia in the raw is what goes in my coffee. If I'm making like a really big coffee, like 2 Keurig pots or whatever, like a double coffee, I could use the whole thing. And so I just keep these in my purse so if I'm going out, but I usually don't drink coffee out. I'll just drink water, and that makes it easier and your bill cheaper when you're at restaurants. The other thing is I'm not all about plastic water bottles, but if that is what motivates you to drink more water, I just suggest doing what works, because it's hard enough, but if you can find things that motivate you and excite you and get you to that next level, I think the biggest thing for me is accountability. And just having somebody that you're walking this journey with so you're not walking it alone. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because this has been like a hard thing for me. You know, working out here and there, it's not a problem, but staying consistent and seeing those results, it makes you hungry for more. And so I definitely wanted to make this video and be honest and real with you guys where I'm at and what's going on and what's happened with our family. And everything that's been going on is definitely hereditary. So I'm like, what can I do to make sure now, because I'm in my 30s, that I can keep myself in the healthiest state I can as I age, and so I can be there for my kids and my grandkids, and we want my parents here for that too. So pull myself together, Elizabeth. So if you want more information, I'll put a link down below. If you want to follow this journey of health, wellness, and fitness, definitely head over to Instagram to Medero Green Moments, and I'll be sharing more about this journey. And if you want to walk this journey with me, you want to join me, and you want me to support you and cheer you on, let me know and we can talk more about it, because I think there's strength in numbers, and I would definitely love to share with you more of my tips, cheer you on, help you, and walk this out with you, because I know a lot of people start thinking about this come January, and I just thought I need to get this out and share this with you guys, because time is now. Let's start figuring out what we're doing now so that we can be there and feel our best and have energy and be there for our kids and feel great about ourselves. I think that's the best thing about when you lose weight, is that it's not just about the weight, it's not about the number, it's how you feel in your clothes, it's the confidence that it brings, it's the happiness that it brings, because you start feeling better because of the food you're putting in your body. And it's not just about being like rigid with the whole thing, it's about being flexible and changing your mindset of, I want to be here, I want to feel my best, I want to be around for my family. And it's not just about being strong and strength, it's about, and losing weight, it's about more than that. So if you're that girl and you want to walk this with me, know that I'm being real and honest, and I'll walk it out with you, and we can do this together. So thanks guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.